I was born and raised in the District of Columbia. So spending time in St. Mary's County in the 50s and 60s was different, so totally different environment. But it was kind of like the best of both worlds. You had the city in the winter and the country in the summer. Mm-hmm. I get inspiration from my environment, I guess you can say. My wife is an avid gardener, and so a lot of the themes of my work have to do with plants and that sort of thing. But also, in growing up and seeing farm equipment and stuff rusting in the fields, I always had the feeling that this was part of what helped make America. This is Americana, these poor old tools that were just allowed to be rusting away in the field. So my incentive was to give them a second life. So I collect those sort of things and do sculptural pieces with that and just reinvent them. I come up with a concept and something will trigger it. And there'll be a form or a shape or something that triggers something in my head. And so when I sit down, and generally I first do drawings and I work a problem out. I see this form and I try and make it into something that's three-dimensional, something tactile. Sometimes it'll lead towards a piece of jewelry. So of course I'll get in and do the jewelry stuff. In doing the piece of jewelry, something will happen in the forging process or the raising process that sparks something about something larger. And so I will transfer that to the hot shop and then do a larger sculpture with that in mind. And that's basically what happens with a series, One thought leads to another, and they just feed on each other until I get to the end, some fruition, sometime where you have said everything you want to say in that process.